who is where if they can't seem to determine it by the way you walk. And this whole full spectrum dominance of our global grid, now that is what will be running this system, is CERN's grid. And then, of course, there's also the power grid that is also going to be used in this spectrum, that all of those new light bulbs that you're putting into your house to save energy and save money are actually going to be turned against you. They will be able to be used to promote certain frequencies across this power grid that then alter your brain's frequencies. So as we start to look at this and we start to wonder, how can we escape this culture that has been created around us? And I wrote some of my thoughts down on how human culture could change in the next millennium as a result of conscious evolution. So how will human culture change in the next millennium as a result of conscious evolution? Will we feel it proper to cater to our Earth so that beauty supplants blind ambition? Will our technological advancements be turned to providing free times for the inhabitants of Earth? Can everyone participate in a giving and receiving interaction that perpetuates an exchange of information that becomes everyone's new work, our new economic orientation? We'd be paid by the people we touch. Our gifts should go to the people that have brought us spiritual truth. When people come into our lives at just the right moment to give us the answers we need, we should give them money. This is how we start to supplement our incomes and ease ourselves out of the current limiting system. And in this way, the people who are thinking and dreaming are given the ability to bring these to fruition. As more people engage in the spiritual economy, we will begin a real shift into a culture that provides the beauty and potential to lift mankind's economic orientation. As we discover the energy dynamics of the universe, principles come forth to support that giving creates receiving. That's quite the opposite of what we think now. This knowledge will create a critical mass that will push this evolution, which will be a dramatic movement of individuals from one occupation to another, creating the power for others. Through giving will open those souls to fulfill their potential and direct the course of reality to heights of intuition that raises everyone's abilities, accelerating the pace of our evolution to that divine place we all hold in our hearts. The lie of limitation creates the very lack that keeps people in scarcity. Our minds must become aware of our infinite nature. As we push against the unwanted, we add to what we are resisting. We have been conditioned to limiting thoughts. We are trapped by our own conscious manifestation of scarcity that has been programmed into our view of the universe. To break free, we must realize our infinite potential and live the dreams we contain through doubt. The world is being directed to change. It is our time to be that change. No longer should we concern ourselves with what we don't want. It's time to turn our attention towards what is beautiful and vital. In seeking our enemy, we must become our enemy, forgetting the true purpose of our existence. It is our reason to be that must be evolved. It is you, uplifting others around you, that will ignite the evolution. That is how I see it. Because we will have to come from another spectrum of reality. We cannot augment the system that we already in. The system was designed to limit and to keep the elite above the serfs. And if we just continue to try to be the psychopaths, then what do we get at the end but more psychopaths? But if we can start to see that this is all manufactured reality, that this is all a conditioned response that's been engineered for millennia, then we can start to see our true purpose and plan on planet Earth. We can start to ignite our own intuition into wonder and start to realize how beautiful this planet really is. We can give up the concepts of property, of ownership, of all of the things that John Lennon spoke about. Forget religion. Who needs religion when you're happy? I like one Albert Pike in his Morals and Dogma talks about the ideas of good and evil, God and Satan, and how they have been introduced in many religions and cultures. And one that I found very interesting was the Pegu tribe, who only gave respect to Satan, or their satanic force, their adversary, because why give any respect to God when he's stuck being good? So, maybe that's what the Illuminati are doing. Who knows? But the idea of joy and happiness is a choice. And we choose to be unhappy because it gives us power, or at least the sense of power. We choose to complain and be upset about the attacks on our world and the attacks on us. We choose to be victims and unhappy because this makes us feel empowered. This is something we have to turn around. We have to choose to be happy first. And as your happiness fulfills your life plan, then you start to create within the spectrum that's necessary to alter the world. It doesn't go the other way around. You cannot fight for peace. That's just the most simple statement to put out there. We have the aspects now to learn, to gain knowledge on many ways of liberating humanity. We, Japan is about to launch, working on launching a giant photocell up to the sun. That should be interesting. And we have ways of generating what we need. There's just no doubt about it. But this isn't allowed in the psychopathic system, and this is why all of our food is behind cages. So how we begin to change this system is to support those that bring you bliss, to support those that have stepped into your life and brought you intuition, brought you messages that you think you needed. And that's the thing about a synchronistic world, and one that most keeps people from believing, is because you have to experience it for yourself to even know that it's true. No one can tell you about synchronicity. Nobody can prove the perfect miraculous events that occur in your life. You can only seek these for yourself. And when you do, then you know the truth behind reality, and that is that we are fruitful and can multiply. So, do we have liberty and freedom, or are we a slave race, as they're saying in the chat room? Yes, we're a slave race. There's no doubt about it. No one's ever had more control over our minds as we enter into the 1984 just dominance. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We're slaves to these money masters. We're slaves to the corporate monstrosities. And we don't even know it. We live in a cage without bars, and we make sure to police everyone else along the way, saying, hey, if I gotta suffer, you gotta suffer. And that's what just keeps it going. So how do we get out of that? Well, as I was saying, we start to uplift those around us. That's the only solution, is the very energy that humans create, the love vibe that we have. No other animal on this planet has the choice of being happy or sad. They simply are happy because they know no better. But we as humans have the choice. We can choose to be happy or sad. And of course, we're getting the full court press with the whole flu pandemic, the economic collapse, and Iran's getting nukes, Yeah. What about the people that already have nukes? I'm afraid of them. What the hell? So, yeah. We're stuck in this slave system, and that's why I come out here and have to beg money from people so that I can keep doing what I'm doing in hopes of ending the money system. And that's not my only hope. I see a full dream coming to fruition. I see all of us coming to a new light of understanding our new